Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys. With that, let's get on over to AT&T Stadium in Arlington for the call from Jerry World. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the screen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. A look now at the defensive starters for Cleveland. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
It's just me and you.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. They played really well in the win last week over the Redskins.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
On second down now, it's McGee. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Stop your whining.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go! 180!
Following the penalty, Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now Mayfield. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Back to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Automatic first down.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
4 down, 4 down.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Adam Shaheen, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it, because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They run again on first down, Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Cooper again the target, and that takes us from second to third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A give running right is Chubb. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense, false start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Mayfield off the play fake. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield to throw it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And once again, the Browns are back in front. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield, pass incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. Looking deep in the direction. That's caught at the 25. A big play here for the Cowboys. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now Chubb, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Here's Mayfield.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Mayfield now, 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. It's caught by OBJ. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. First down, Mayfield. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Mayfield now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Chubb. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving once again from our gang here in Orlando to yours. We'll get back to AT&T Stadium in a minute, but first, let's take a look at what's coming up later this holiday weekend. In that 1 o'clock time frame, a lot to choose from. But let's highlight the game in Philadelphia, a big one for the Eagles, as they get set to take on the visiting New York Giants. Then later, they'll let the sun die down a bit in Tampa, a late start here in Florida, where it'll be the Buccaneers taking on the Washington Redskins. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we'll wrap up the weekend with a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Gilbert. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Juwan James, the right tackle, first-round selection in 2014. He's the one that got flagged there. They'll look to throw here. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So they'll walk him back half the distance. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Milton takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
That's where you belong. The tackle by 53. Mike. Pick me up.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Open man is Holmes. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And an alley to run. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They're going to look to throw. Cooper's got it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
On first down, Milton. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. Milton, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb, and after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They run. Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And again, it's Chubb. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Shift.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Holmes has got it complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Milton. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw, Mayfield. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run on first down. Milton, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The stop was made by Jannard Avery. They'll keep it on the ground. Milton. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's the 2nd and 7. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He'll look to throw. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On first down, Milton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Check 56. Target.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Kill.
Now Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Robert Kimdichie has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Cowboys, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.